Well, I'm Mario Caudillo. This talk is advanced gamification opportunities for game designers in education. Well, who am I? Uh, I studied animation and digital art, then mobile gaming Master of Science, and an education doctorate in innovation. I'm mobile game creator, I'm mobile and web apps QA tester, and also I'm professor at Tec de Monterrey of video game creation, VR, AR, MR, all these mixed realities spectrum, interactive design, art, and culture. Here's my link tree QR. But what changed in education, like 90s to actual education nowadays? So, well, in the 90s, we have, if you have more knowledge, you have more power. University, you go to university to get that knowledge and got more power. It's a slow technological advance. The attention span of the boomers, it's 20 seconds, and millennials at 2000, 12 seconds. In 2023, all knowledge is available one click away. You go to the university because university is this safe space where you have the opportunity to fail without almost any consequence. Whole 2000 technological advance in 2023 happens in a week. And also the attention span of Gen Z, it's 8.25 seconds. Goldfish has more attention span. So it's really difficult. It's really challenging to teach people nowadays. So what is gamification? And maybe this question, many of you know the answer, but here is the answer. If you don't know, it's the use of game design elements in non-entertainment context. This gamification is maybe a top topic in all conference about education and all that. And it's like, gamification, it's innovation. Gamification, it's innovation. There are like 10 years of the innovation is gamification and all that, the use of gamification. But there are frequently uses of gamification in education. There are several research, several tests and all that. And I research on that. I research on many papers of gamification uses in education from K9, K12 to university to postgraduates and all that. And I see this thing. The frequent uses of gamification all use narrative, challenges, achievement, rewards, points, events, points, achievements, leaderboards, virtual shop, points, medal, leaderboards, medals, Star Wars storytelling, challenges, rewards, collaborative activities, points, interactive narrative, feedback, points, level, rewards, personalized gamification. If you see, there are several elements that it's used and used in every research, in every gamification. So what I do. Are there any other game design elements? Maybe you should know that there are several game design elements. If you think about any game, there are several things. So why not try the other options? And that's why I developed this course. There was a new realities course. New realities because it's the continuum between reality and virtuality. So new realities was a full semester class with 24 hours a week, 15 weeks in total. We have a Canvas course page where we have the onboarding experience and the start of storytelling. It was a storytelling based on Ready Player One. We also have in the Canvas the academic content as curriculum, evaluation plan, scheduling for classes, videos and resources. And also we have a Discord platform as Ready Player One Oasis, where all activities and communication occurs with MEE6 plugin to managing elements for the advanced gamification. In here, the game elements tested in this implementation was gamification already explored, that is achievements, leaderboard, virtual currency, and virtual shop, collaborative activities, and that. There are somehow explored game elements like secrets, fun, mega games, simulation, networking platform, personalized gamification, motivation, engagement, and also uncharted realm game elements like curiosity, random mechanics, emotions, flow, parallelism, surprise, story living, strategy, collaboration, and competition. So what are the findings of this crazy implementation in education? Discord as the networking platforms function well. Simulation mega game help learn importance of resource and project management. The students need to have three roles: the design, production design role, the development role, and the art role in a project of virtual realities or mixed realities. Some people felt anxious because 10% of the grade was the amount of virtual currency they had. Some said that their grades and the scholarships should not be based on the game. Their education is not a game. And they also failed to discover that an appropriate team strategy could earn them points above 10%. But they feel so anxious that they don't have this virtual currency as much as other players. So they feel anxious and they stop playing. I had another implementation where all the players say, wait, we could buy things and we could get in the same level. So we had all the 10%. That was the team strategy that they needed to understand. Also, secrets, surprises, random mechanics, parallelism, curiosity, story living demonstrate to increase the students' motivations. What are the future challenges? Well, education is changing. Technology is changing. Students are changing. Uncertainty is present in every decision you make, in every step you take. Problem solvers are needed. As Olia said in the morning, you are problem solvers. And problem solvers are needed in education. Divergent thinkers are needed. Fearlessness to fail is needed. Accessibility experts are needed. There are opportunities for game designers and UX researchers to develop the next generation educational experience. We need you. We need all your knowledge, all your experience. Let's create a better learning experience. So that was my talk. Thanks. There's, I think, so much space for Q&A because I was nervous and started to talk really fast. So, and the reference.
Yeah, you were fast, but that was super interesting and uplifting. I think we can all agree we can improve education. Do we have questions? I didn't see any questions in the Q&A. Oh, yes, there is. It's still incredibly hard to be taken into account if the industry is very limited from where we are from. What's your take on the video game industry in Latin America?
Well, video game industry in Latin America, it's developing. It is really little. We have an event on November that was like making this community of game students. There are several countries and there are several speakers that speak about these challenges of industry in Latin America. Certainly, there is a little countries with industry, but there are many others that they don't have a proper industry. They have several studios, there are offices, there are indie development and all that. I think we could team up to have a better video game industry in Latin America. In, I think, April, we will have the Latin America Game Jam. That is, we are thinking there is a game like game students all over the Latin America to have this opportunity to connect, to have networking and all that. So yes, it's difficult, but we're doing advance.
Yeah, it's the communities in certain Latin countries that I know of. So I don't know all of them, but I know there are some very thriving communities and network. So that can be helpful. But yeah, it's certainly not easy. Another question. A lot of gamification focuses on the rewards, points, and badges. Any thoughts on the ways to incorporate more game mechanics and challenges into the learning activities themselves?
Well, when I started this, it was like, what I need to do to teach these lessons in a more fun way. I first think, well, this MEE6 plugin in Discord helps me a lot. we have some like casino games in a course, and all that currency, virtual currency, and all that managed to be really interesting. I think a mega game is the best way to have like this simulation, like this experience of educational topics in real life. I have a research with a friend in international business that we have like a mega game of trading. So we have three roles. We have the trader. We have the I don't know how to explain, but it's the customer, the trader, and the in between that export and imports the product. So they need to sell. They need to acquire the products and all that. They need to produce it, and they need to be the best team that have more like more earnings. So it was interesting, and all the students reported that they in every classes have this information, but they have never experienced that interaction and all that. So maybe mega games, it's a great way to implement gamification in the classroom.
Thank you so much for this answer. I'm waiting on more questions. Do we have more questions for Mario?
Or we could answer questions of the Q&A.
Yeah, we can do that. I just want to make sure we allow people to have the time to ask questions just specifically for you. I have a question for you. Do you think we can organize a Game UX Summit in Mexico one day?
Huh? Sorry.
Do you think we could organize a Game UX Summit in Mexico one day? I would love that.
Yeah, it could be great. It could be in Tec de Monterrey. So we could do a Game UX Summit, or maybe a Game UX Summit in Latin America.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have this technology of like an hologram, like Star Wars thing.
Exactly.
We could stream in hologram all the UX Summit and presential in Tec de Monterrey.
I would love that.
So yes.
Yeah, I have a few friends in Mexico. We have been talking about this in the past. We would love to try to figure this out. If you're in Latin America and you would love to host the Game UX Summit, reach out to me. We can talk about it. Okay, so I don't think. Oh yes, we have a question. See, I knew it. Are there any elements of traditional game design experiences that do not translate well to gamification?
Well, I think there are. Well, there are elements. This implementation here at Mexico, the pandemic period, we had like 3.5 years this pandemic situation. So we have also online classes and all that. I may think something like Jesse Shell, the art of game design elements, the lenses that has the location or the venue of when you are in online classes, you can't control the venue. You can't control where the student is in that situation. There are several students in their bed with their some like sleep and with the computer aside. You could be at the bus in traveling to other place. So maybe the venue, I think it's not what we could translate to gamification well, because when you make a game for consoles, you're not in a bus. so that game elements, or maybe I think the I don't know, some of the puzzles or some of the pyramid. I think there are several elements like challenging to get to the gamification and in education more.
I have a question that was not directed to you, and it's not about Mexico either. But maybe this is something you can help reply and have maybe some elements as well to add. It's from Lucas. It says, I am not an English native speaker, and I have a dream of working as a UX designer in the games industry outside of my country. I am from Brazil. I feel very insecure about applying for jobs abroad. So how to be more confident? Is there any tips that you can give, Lucas?
I think it's a general problem of all students, or maybe it's the generation that they don't feel like having this level to apply to abroad opportunities. I think it's, I don't know. My generation was like, well, do it. Apply to all of that. If I had not applied to an opportunity, to a UX summit, maybe I'm not here. So yes, apply to all. Be confident. You have the capabilities to be there. I think every professional that I know that is working on Ubisoft, is working on Epic or something like that, Latin Americans working there, is that opportunity of, yes, you apply to all what you are interested. Apply. It doesn't matter if maybe you have like this checklist, like this things that you need to have for this work. If you don't have one, don't hesitate on apply. You find a way to learn it from that day to the interview.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be afraid. It
No,
is
for sure.
really apply for all you want.
Definitely should apply. I will have to say visa requirements can be difficult. So I live in the US, I'm French, had to go through the visa process. It can be a bit daunting, and the companies will have to pay for your visa. What helped me, and I'm a very privileged position, so I'm not comparing to any other people trying to get in the game industry from a different country. I have a PhD, so that was very much easier for me to get a visa. So if you don't have a PhD and you want to go, I don't know, let's say the US, it's pretty difficult to get a visa for the US. Try to write stuff, have a presence online, try to have a blog or something like that. If you like to write, do that. If you prefer to make videos, try to have a presence, because anything that is published or is popular can help you get a visa. And if you can have that, then it's going to be easier for the company to get you in. Now, there's also a lot of lip service from studios saying, oh, they care about diversity, just like they care about accessibility. But, at the end of the day, they're not going to necessarily do the effort to bring people in, because, of course, it's easier to get someone from your own country than to work towards a visa for someone abroad. So be mindful of that. There are countries that are easier to get a visa for than others. But be ready. Try to have a presence online, write stuff, so that you can prove that you have great competence and skills, and that you should get the visa for the country that you're aspiring to go to. That would be my 2 cents as a expat. Again, like from Europe, very different situation, I'm sure. But just be mindful of that. There are visa processes to be mindful of.
And I think something great of the pandemic is that everyone in the world learn that you don't need to be there to work.
Yeah.
I think that question had an answer of, I've been working in I don't know where, and I'm in Brazil, so there is no need for visa because you are working online. So it's great.
That can help. Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much, Mario. Muchas gracias. It was really great to have you here. And I hope there was a lot of comments towards the end. That was super cool to see. So thank you so much again for joining us today.